Yes, my dear friends, in this lesson we will develop our second project in this lesson. In this project, we will start the serial communication of our Arduino board and we will output hello on the serial monitor. We will read this output we will get later using the Python programming language. The materials we will use for this project are only Arduino Uno board. If you want to read data from Arduino using Python programming language, what we need to do is to use the readLine method in the serial class. Its usage is object name.readLine and also we need to open and close parentheses. It does not take any parameters and its text is to read data in serial communication. So now let's examine and interpret our Python code. When we examine our codes, we first define our modules. So here, the first is the serial module. So here, and we use this module for serial communication operations. The other is the time module. So here is the time module. The time module allows us to give response time to our Python programs. Since we will get a hello output every half a second in our Arduino code, we have to wait half a second when we transfer data to Python. As you can see, we created an object called Arduino and called our class required for serial communication and defines our port and serial communication speeds. You see here our port name is conf5 as a string data type and you see our serial communication speed is equal to 9600. And you see we created a variable named I and assigned the value 0. So why? Actually this variable has nothing to do with serial communication. We just created a variable like this because we want it to repeat the operations in the loop 5 times. When we checked our loop, we specified the letter I is less than 5 check. So here, the letter I is less than value 5. So the variable I will start at 0 and increment by 1 each loop iteration. And up to 5 of course, and by the way the 5 value is not including. When we examined the inside of the loop, we created a variable named data and used readLine function which allows us to read data from Arduino. Thus, the values we read in Arduino will be assigned to the data variable. So here, after the data reading process, we output the data we read by using our output function in Python. And as you know, our output function is print function and you see we will get an output as a string like reading data and we will get output variable data which is comic data from Arduino board, and of course since we will get a hello output every half a second in Arduino, we call the sleep function in the time module and define its parameter as 0.5. So here the sleep function is used as a wait time in our Python programs. It takes one parameter of float type. If we define a value of 1, it will add 1 second delay to our programs. We defined it as 0.5 so that we have a loop repeat in half a second. Finally, we specified that it should increase our variable I by 1 in each loop iteration. Of course, we can print hello endlessly. However, our main focus for now is to show the serial communication process we do on Arduino in Python. Thus, we will read data from Arduino 5 times. Since we learned our Python codes, it's time for Arduino codes. So now let's examine and interpret our Arduino codes. So now let's move to our other lesson.